course, me, Harry. How's it going, everybody? Dave, we just, like, fucking rammed that conversation right off a cliff and then stopped halfway through and fucking started the show.
Well, I was going to say,
talking about?
anytime you atomize enough
of anything,
it
becomes very flammable. Yeah.
It could be
out of
close.
Yeah, out of context, that sounds like we're talking about arson, but there was a fucking point to that conversation.
Well, it was crushing snack foods and throwing them into a fire.
Yeah, and how funny it looks. Okay, so I got the VLC off. I'll shut that off. I'll get this going. So we are in for a slog. I suspect very little Star Trek talk during this episode. Because unfortunately it is
no.
episode.
We said it's a Wesley episode, but it ain't mostly a Wesley episode. This is the fucking Packalettes, man.
Oh,
this
is the Space
episode.
Idiots?
Yeah, this is Wesley and Picard fuck off the ship.
Oh, this is one that they don't fucking put on syndication anymore because they got accused of making fun of the tards, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
This is one of those other ones because they're like, you're just making fun of handicapped people.
Well, I could see that, but...
Yeah. What are you pointing at?
Microphone. It's like a million miles
Oh,
away from
fuck,
us
it's
right
way
now.
over there, yeah. I'll move that.
Sorry, everyone. We totally did not prepare for the show at all.
We're
At
fucking
all.
screaming. I had this all set up fucking 10 minutes ago, so I forgot about the mic. Sorry about the noise. Oh. Alright, you should probably be able to hear us a little better there. Yes, so Season 2, Episode 17. It is... Oh, let's turn on the... You guys can see the zeros there. Yeah, so it's the Space Idiots, and they got accused. The reason I don't know if they got accused, but I think they just left a bad taste in their mouth because those fucking aliens never come back, and they are just god awful.
There's a book about them.
They're fucking brutal.
One of
they are space idiots.
Yeah.
Like they're space tards.
They make a comeback in one of the Star Trek books, and it's
Like, how do you write those as fucking compelling villains?
yeah. Well, I don't know if they're villains. I think they're just part of the story. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Well, still, there's how do you make a compelling character out of space idiots? It's like beyond fucking Ferengi. Like the first concept of Ferengi, space trolls.
Yeah.
Like that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Like it's like a joke that they said in the writers' room. Okay, so. That's what I wanted to say before we started. Fucking. The Samaritan Snare. Usually they're a little iffy with their titles. Like you have to you read the title at the beginning of the episode and you're like it's a little game trying to figure out what it means and what
this is pretty literal.
This is just like Samaritan Snare. They help people and they get fucked for it.
They get fucked for it.
Yeah. Like come on guys, be a little more creative with your titles, especially when you're so creative with all your other ones. Okay, so...
Hey, did you want the writing in the script or on the title?
Yeah. Okay, so we got the subtitles on, music off. Bring that back up. So, in 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, shit. Shit. Never mind. Stop. Stop it now. Bring it back. I gotta hit here first. Okay, 3, 2, 1, play. You should be synced up with the timer there, unless I didn't. Yeah, okay, the timer's synced up.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so first of all, nobody cares when...
Oh, everybody must be so stoked that Wesley's getting the fuck off the ship.
Yeah, well, and it's not even... Like, it's just for a weekend.
And to go actually write the exam that everyone else has already had to do before even stepping foot on this fucking ship.
The bridge.
Yeah.
Come on. Like, there's crew members that are allowed on the bridge.
And, yeah, never mind even the bridge, where fucking Picard doesn't let 90% of the fucking crew on.
Yeah. Like, again, I'm so surprised he hasn't been spaced. Just shoved out an airlock at this point.
Yeah. Like, I'm sure if somebody else wanted to come up on the bridge, it probably wouldn't... The fucking Turbolift probably wouldn't even let them.
Yeah, they're
like
like,
lower deck crew?
You do not have permission for this deck.
Yeah, you fucking ask your superior officer, and then they'll give you a fucking permission to go on the bridge.
I doubt that, just because that would cause a lot of problems for people, like, trying to escape decks that were, like, had no oxygen on them.
Well, I'm sure that would be different.
And it's like security's, like, nothing. There's no security on a starship. because everybody's
Everybody's
fucking nice. No one
trusted,
steals
yeah.
anything. Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any guest that comes on the ship has a security escort, so they're not gonna get into anything. So why would there's no locks? Like the weapons lockers probably don't even have. They might have like a. I don't even think they would have like a scanner for because what if it goes down
Yeah,
and they lock?
Yeah, but if they let dickheads like me on the bridge, I would just go every day.
Yeah, but
I would just
you
walk
dickheads
around.
like you don't exist in Federation.
Oh yeah, I guess they got rid of all the dickheads.
Yeah, we're all gone.
They bred us out a long time ago. We all died in World War III.
Because if you add like a fingerprint scanner, an eye scanner to a weapons locker, then when the power goes down, all your weapon lockers, you're like, yeah. And a Klingon's not going to trade his disruptor for a phaser. Like, he doesn't even know how to use a phaser.
It'd be funny if the weapons lockers were all located under the beds instead. The Klingons board, they're like, take us to your armory. And they're like, there isn't actually one.
Yeah, we just have guns everywhere.
Like America.
Yeah. But like in Undiscovered Country, when they start tossing the crew quarters, there's lockers and foot lockers and shit.
Well, I know
those should be all full of.
I know that they have sidearms stashed throughout the ship.
Yeah, they have weapons lockers of just Type 1 phasers.
Yeah,
but then I'm assuming they have an armory with the Type 2 rifles somewhere.
No, Type 3 rifles, Type 2 phasers, Type 1 is the captain's little dinky rinky-dink phaser.
Yeah, but Type 2 is the shower head.
Yeah.
And then there's... The 3 is the rifle, the original rifle.
Yeah.
But then when this started, they got rid of 3 and made it went phaser Type 1 was the little thing that they'd only show in the first season. Phaser Type 2 is the shower head, and Phaser Type 3 is the rifle. Yeah. The original rifle.
Yeah. Yeah, not the Voyager one.
Sorry, no. They went Phaser Type 1 was the shower head after second season. They retconned it.
Oh, really?
First season,
I never noticed that.
First season, they don't have a rifle. It's Phaser Type 1 and 2. They have that little piece of shit
and the shower
thumb
head
thing.
piece of shit.
And then the shower head. And then they change it to Phaser Type 1, the shower head.
Oh, it's this chick
Phaser
again.
Type 2. Holy
Remember
shit,
they
she
said-
does come back.
Yeah.
I guess they were trying something with her.
Oh, and look at the pips are different fucking sizes for real. I never even noticed that too. So those fucking fan-made episodes aren't that far off.
You're saying Geordie's are smaller than hers?
Oh no, they're the same. Never mind.
Yeah. Yeah, it's same with his.
I guess we were saying that like for the faraway shots, you get bigger pips on them.
But those ones look like the shitty one from. They look like the shitty one from that fan thing we watched.
Yeah.
They don't look like the
nicer
store-bought shiny ones
Yeah.
because again, they don't look good on TV. The store-bought
Yeah.
shiny ones.
Yeah.
They look good when you wear them at the con.
Yeah,
but when
because
you
you're
start
looking
filming
right next to the person.
Yeah, but ooh, I like that.
Ooh, the Einstein is the name of the shuttle. That's cool.
And that's what I like that design.
Oh yeah, yeah. Did you get? My friend had the toy. I wish I had the toy.
That's a ship that you could like. Scotty at the end of it, like remember at the end of that Scotty episode, they give him the ship to just fuck around with, and I'm like, that ship, he should have had one of these. Like he would have been able to do so much more with this. Like he would have been able to turn it into a space Winnebago.
Yeah, they like give it to him, and like a week later, it doesn't even look the same.
Oh no, it wouldn't. He'd drive it right. He'd land that thing and start modifying the hell out of it.
How did you get warp 5 out of a shuttlecraft, Scotty?
Oh, easy. He did get warp 5.
You did not tell him how fast it actually went, did you? Factor of 3.
Yeah, I guess they did. Did they have runabouts then? They should have at least given them a runabout.
I see. That's the thing. I guess maybe the runabouts weren't really.
I don't think the runabouts come up. I think they get the runabouts
when
DS9 starts.
You know what? Because runabouts take up so much room, it's probably just a space station thing. So there's probably runabouts going from like
I
doubt fucking whatever.
I doubt that a runabout could be docked in the shuttle bay of the Enterprise. But do you remember that time episode where they're returning from a conference and they're meeting up with the Enterprise? The time thing, and they get there and the Enterprise and the Romulan are frozen.
Yeah.
What were they gonna do with the runabout when they met up with the Enterprise? Like if everything had went to plan, and they'd met up with Enterprise.
Oh, just go on the ship? Yeah,
they transported over the Enterprise and just left the runabout there.
Well, no, I think it fits.
Or would they?
No, I think it fits
there's
inside.
no way they can get a runabout in.
Yeah.
No.
The thing is, it
Did
takes
you
up
see
too much
that
room.
shuttle bay? Maybe if they turned it sideways and slid it in and took all the other shuttles out of it.
There's multiple shuttle bays in the Enterprise.
Yeah, but how you'd have to get rid of all the shuttles from that one.
Well, that's
bay.
why they don't have them. Like,
yeah,
stock.
yeah.
Like they could
barely
accommodate one.
It would be like a foot on either side, maybe. And I'm still saying I don't think.
Oh yeah, so who would have fucking taken it back?
That's what I mean. Do they just pile some like lieutenants?
Yeah,
on there?
move all the barrels up against the wall so we could fit one goddamn.
That too. Yeah, they always have garbage in the shuttle bays. Like it's always like 2 shuttles and then so much empty.
That's
empty
how
space.
Worf broke his back.
And I guess that's so you can make 180s without having to leave. Like you can raise the ship up and turn it around. So
yeah,
you don't
because
have
in
to
original
back it in
season
every
they
time.
had that whole pie plate thing where the turn the shuttles around.
in the Constitution. Yeah,
Yeah.
which because they thought about that.
The lazy
shuttlecraft.
Susan of shuttlecraft.
Yeah, but they thought about that shuttle bay. That shuttle bay made sense. Like every time you saw it, you're like, oh, okay, that yeah. And then there's like the command and control window where you can like
Yeah.
The people
Not
see
just
it.
a fucking stand on the floor where that's exactly where the shuttle will fucking smash into. Should be coming in at fucking too fast.
Exactly. And you can, like, it seems like they only have. There's nowhere for those shuttles to be stored except for on the landing pad. Like they can't like scoot those away and put them into something or like drop them down a level. So like another like there's no, what do you call those parking structures where you don't drive in. You just drive into the elevator and the car takes it.
Oh yeah, it's like automated or whatever.
Yeah, the automated parking. That's what the shuttle bay should be. There should be like a little section where the shuttles get all stored.
Yeah.
But no, it's just those 2. Like the Constitution had like 6 running shuttles. They had 3. They had 3 on either end.
Yeah, but they also have multiple classes of ones. They've got the little tiny ones.
Where are they? They just have them. There's the 2 shuttle bays, the 2 next to each other, on the back.
There's the one on the saucer section in the back.
There's 2 of them on the back. There's 2 giant doors on the back.
That's on
right
the neck.
next to each
That's
other.
on the
on the
neck
neck
of the engineering section.
And you're saying there's one on the okay, we never see that one though. We never see that big door open up.
Yeah.
It's always the 2 at the bottom on the neck. So God knows what's in that little one that they never use. So I'm just pretending that doesn't exist.
Yeah, that's probably just the cargo bay. You know what I mean?
It's a giant cargo bay that we see sometimes.
Where they put the Irish that one time.
Yeah, and like when Laura tries to kill Wesley and they're in that cargo bay with the transporter, there's a big door in the back. It could be that one, but as far as I know, that's not a shuttle bay.
Oh, it does. Yeah, but no, we definitely never see the saucer section cargo or shuttle bay because we never see a door like that. That door is fucking massive.
Yeah, it's huge. Yeah, I'm saying they could make it that lore scene. They could be shoving it because they're fucking idiots and they don't know what they're doing. They could actually intend that to be that room, but as far as I know, we've never seen it.
You know what would be smart though? If that fucking big door on the saucer section in the back wasn't a fucking cargo bay or a shuttle bay. If that's where the fusion reactors for the fucking impulse engines are.
Yes, that should
go that way, if it's like, if there's a big fire, open the fucking door and vent it all out into space.
That should totally be cool if that was what that was. But you're right. As far as I know, that's either a shuttle bay or a massive cargo hold. And I would prefer to think it's a cargo hold because again,
you never see it.
Yeah, and it's so much tinier than those 2 other shuttle doors.
Which also makes sense why there isn't a bunch of fucking cargo junk in the fucking shuttle bay.
Yes, but also that means that at any given time, the Enterprise only has 4 shuttles. There's 1,000 fucking people on that goddamn ship.
Yeah.
How do you can't evacuate everybody off that ship with 4 shuttles?
Well, no, they have escape pods.
Yes,
that's the difference between the Galaxy class.
You'd think like 6 the shuttlecrafts on the Constitution. You could cram 400 people in 6 of those.
Yeah.
Like the Galileo was fucking long, and they had 6 seats. You rip the seats out of there and put standing room only. You could get everybody out of there. The Kelvin, they all pile onto shuttles. Like that's a standard move. Like
but that's also back in the Constitution days, technically. So the Constitution didn't have fucking.
But the Constitution had enough shuttles to take off 400 people off.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It didn't have escape pods though.
Oh, I would say they probably never did. Yeah, maybe they did between Constitution and Galaxy. Yeah. But still, that's a bad switch. It's so much better to have 7 or 8 big shuttles than 4 little ones.
Yeah.
Like first of all, they never use them. They use them for garbage like this, which they shouldn't be. It's the captain. He needs surgery. You fly the fucking ship to that hospital. What are you doing? You don't put him on a tiny little shuttle and send him to go get heart surgery? Are you kidding me? It's like that goddamn spoilers for Annihilation. It's like when they send the first 6 teams they send through that goddamn shimmer is all military. with no scientists.
And then
You're
they
like,
sent
what?
all the scientists in
Yeah,
that
and then they're
shot.
like, that didn't work, so let's send 4 scientists with no military. Like, what? Like, people in the top organizing this aren't that stupid. Like,
Oh, if anybody watching sees Annihilation, my joke on that about that movie is SEAL Team Sis. You'll get it when you see it.
Once you get about an hour into it and you start realizing that, no, they're not going to answer all the questions you have of why this is the way it is. I recommend it, though. It is a very good science fiction story, but there's a few elements that you just have to laugh out loud at.
I like how they couldn't even stop their shit from, like, spinning.
And one guy. What are you doing?
Yeah, what happened to the buddy system?
Oh. Not even. Send
They
over...
didn't even give him
Okay,
a red shirt, for fuck's sake.
First of all, you don't send your chief goddamn engineer. You send his lieutenant, maybe.
Yeah, because you'd think that, because, like...
And you send his lieutenant with 4 crewmen
Yeah.
to help him. Like, what do you... This is a... There's no room for advancement on the Enterprise, because you don't get to do anything. Only the bridge crew does, and the officers.
And I mean, if there is an issue that does come up that only Geordi for some reason can fix, they can fucking call him and ask him what the fuck.
Yeah. But, like, you know what would have been a good episode? The episode after that Romulan episode, where we're saying, what did they do with the runabout? Like, did they send it... They should have been, like, made a big deal about taking that lieutenant girl or somebody else they've been building up and being like, here, this is your first command.
Oh, yeah.
Acting captain. You're not even acting. You're considered a captain now. Your rank was lieutenant, just like every other Navy in the world. Everyone on the I'm going to give you 5 crew member to take that runabout back to the station. This is your first command. Your only mission is to return the ship.
Yeah, yeah.
You're a lieutenant.
This is the training wheels of missions.
That's the only... Yeah, that's the
but
only
it is
thing
for real for everything
Yes.
else.
And then some weird lieutenant takes a few lower deck people and they get on the runabout and they have like a little mini adventure. Side a B quest while something's going on in the next episode. That'd have been cool.
Because that's what Starfleet always jokes about, right? Is bring back my ship.
Yeah.
Well, and like every Navy in the world. Like, she couldn't figure this out ahead of time?
I don't understand
She
why
just-
they didn't... They hadn't had a conversation.
And, like, how... Like, what range do her psi abilities have? Did she need a communications channel open with
Is
them
it
to fucking
just
get it?
sight? Like, you can see a picture of somebody and see what their emotions were at that state? Because that's essentially what she's doing.
Yeah.
She's looking at a picture of these people and she's scanning their minds. That doesn't work. That shouldn't be the way it works.
Or else she would have known as soon as they would have gotten in range not to beam Jordan aboard. She would have been like, stop! And they would have listened.
Yes.
Because she apparently has a position.
Uh-huh. Well, right now she hasn't taken the commander course. So she's just a lieutenant. Right?
Yeah, but still, you're on the bridge of a Galaxy class.
Yeah,
and
she's an officer.
If you're an officer, if one of your officer tells you something for real, you would
but
probably fucking listen
how
right
are
away.
you lieutenant on the bridge of the Starship Enterprise and you don't have command training?
That's true.
There is a point before she gets command training that she's on the bridge, and if Riker, Data, and Picard are incapacitated, she's taking command.
What if
she
you
has
put it
higher
this
rank
way?
than Worf.
Look at fucking that fan series where they created the fucking counselor position on the on TOS as a test phase.
Uh-huh.
Well, maybe it's still fucking not really officialized.
Just like
And
how the
now they're
Doctor's
just-
the commander,
They're
but
just
Data...
really bringing it in, like
Just like how the Doctor's a commander, but if Riker and Picard go Lieutenant Commander, Data takes over.
Yeah.
Not Commander.
That's right.
Doctor. Okay.
yeah.
All right, that makes sense.
Because honestly, what the fuck do they know?
And that what I didn't understand was when in that episode where Diana Troy's all gung ho to get the commander training, the reason she does it is because Crusher has command training. The Doctor, she leaves the sick bay for 8 hours, 4-hour shift, and goes and commands the bridge on the night shift on a regular basis.
Well, I think it's because but isn't she starting to see the fucking end goal of having her own ship?
Yes, she wants
in the medical
to.
field
Yeah,
and
yeah,
blah
yeah.
blah blah.
But that is dumb. Like, there is no other progression other than that episode. That episode sets up her wanting to be a captain, and then the very last episode sets up in a possible future her being captain of a medical ship. You don't need command training to be in charge of a goddamn medical ship. Medical ships don't go to the front line. They go to worlds that have plagues on them. They go to worlds that like have had sunspot damage.
And if
like,
there is a battle, the ships are meeting it.
yes, they go
Away
to the medical
from-
ship. Yeah, the medical ship.
They
that's
bring
on
the
back.
survivors
Yeah.
back.
So first of all, she doesn't need command training, or she could wait until she gets the command of a ship before she gets the command training. Second of all, that's not efficient. The chief medical officer of a goddamn starship shouldn't be wasting her time on the bridge for fucking a night shift. She should be sleeping so she can take care of the crew during the day. Like, she has responsibilities that you can't just broaden. Like,
Yeah. Add more to that plate.
Yeah,
And
especially
then
something
expect
like
things to
that.
get done.
Like, she could have a hobby, sure.
Yeah.
Like, but you can't fucking take on the responsibilities of an officer, a bridge officer. It makes sense for Diana Troy to be a bridge officer, to have command training, because she's sitting right next to the captain. She technically should be the fourth officer. Is there a fourth? It's a second officer, third officer, and a fourth?
Well, I guess you just start working your way down the line, right?
Yeah, but she should take command before Worf. Worf's a goddamn idiot. Worf's just gonna blow shit up. Like, he can't make.
Finally, I get to do what I want.
Yeah,
Fire everything.
Worf's gonna make the first decision he makes is gonna be a fucking bad one. But you know it. He doesn't make good decisions in command. So, in this rare opportunity of
And
a
then
fourth officer
you
taking command,
blew up the ambassador's envoy?
yeah,
Yes. Okay, whatever. You know what? Back to the Klingon Empire with you. I fucking hate kids.
Okay, so does he just like books? So he replicated a book that he could read, or is that an actual like original copy? That's like 300
Garrett.
years
See,
old?
it's like
Because if
it's
three,
like when reading becomes a fucking enthusiast thing, where people who are into reading will only want hard copies.
you know, but I think this is too far in the future for that to even take into effect. He's not a hipster. Like, this is. You think people are going to be listening to LPs in 200 years?
The ones who really care about that
no,
sort of thing. Yeah.
no. The LPs will be gone in 100 years.
Then why does
maybe.
Riker even play a trombone?
Well, because that's a musical instrument.
So those books are fucking reading instrument. Like,
It's not an instrument, but he's playing music on that. You can't play
so he
something.
can have a synthetic trombone.
Nah, the trombones have existed for like 2,000 fucking years.
It's the books of
It's
physics.
brass. It's metal. Like, you know, but you can't
Paper,
get a set. You can't.
pulp.
If you could get. If you could get the same sound of on a trombone by making it plastic, we'd be doing it now. Like, trombones have existed for fucking
You probably
2,000
could.
years.
You
We've
probably
been
could.
We've been upgrading
The
books
reason why- yeah, but
forever, and
that's
then
why-
we're going to upgrade them to tablets, and then they're going to disappear.
Most people will quit reading paper, but
No.
got like.
I'm not saying it's going to be like a.
See, I guess in his case, he's got the history.
yeah, but
background.
We've already got to the point where paper's dying.
Yeah,
I'm
but he
saying
wouldn't care because he's a
Yeah,
story
yeah.
kind of guy.
in 100 years I'd buy it. Yes, okay. He's gonna be a hipster and replicate a goddamn book and read it. 200 years I could even buy it. 300 years, no fucking way. 400 years, absolutely no way. Are people going to be still doing it? That it's gonna die. People would just be like,
They won't
what?
even want to touch tree carcass.
Yeah, it'd be like you get oil on the paper and it's stupid. Like it's.
Then again, though, like I guess, maybe
He wouldn't have that nostalgic thing to it.
maybe he didn't replicate it. Maybe
That's
it's
what I'm- okay.
from his library
Okay,
on
sure.
the ship
Sure, okay. Then
from Earth.
I have a completely different argument.
He's got
than that.
he's got
All
like
right?
an Oxford
So,
collection
all right,
of
that's
classics.
great. That's it. Well, if we go that way, then he is fucking handling with his bare hands a 300-year-old fucking book. Fuck you, Picard. You use gloves for that shit.
No, it would be
It's
some,
an ancient book.
No, there'd be like some fucking art fag on Earth that doesn't get paid to do it, but likes to make the printing press by hand and makes the
No,
paper
that's
by
what I'm
hand.
saying. You
and
can't
blah,
mix
blah.
both. I'm saying you can have one or the other. You can't. This 400 years from now, there aren't going to be hipsters still with printing presses.
Oh,
it's going to be a
absolutely.
dead art.
Oh no,
It's gone,
I
man.
disagree.
No, because people in the future are all progressive. They're going to be like,
Look at his brother makes wine the old-fashioned way.
yeah, but again, that's wine. They've already established that
I don't
fucking.
know what you're doing. Why you're,
Well, I'm
why you
saying-
think different products make a difference.
Because it's not a product wine. You're creating something.
Same thing with these books.
No. This is the medium in which you're getting the book.
Because the way...
That's what I'm saying.
Think about it
the
this way.
bottles, they're not glass anymore, and they're fancy. They've changed.
Yeah, but think about it this
Yeah,
way.
but
People don't
the
even
actual
read
book.
stories that already exist anymore. They're going to the No, they're going to the holodeck and having new shit randomly generated based on everything else and blah, blah, blah.
They're having new shit randomly generated based on myths that have existed for 2,000 years.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're playing Robin Hood, and they're playing the...
But everyone
50s.
would be like, why would you read that book again? We already know the story. We all fucking know the story. And they'd be like, well, just because it's a fucking good book. Blah, blah, blah.
Yes. Okay.
It's
and
an
I
academic thing.
And I buy that. I buy that. Somebody reading. What I don't buy is in 400 years him actually having a paper copy of something. It's right now. It's an efficient and stupid way to fucking read.
Oh, I don't think it's an old book. I think it's just a fucking.
Even if you replicated it, that's even stupider.
No, not even replicated. Because I think some asshole actually made that fucking book.
I don't think that's gonna exist. I don't think that
some asshole
mentality
for a hobby
I think
makes paper. Some asshole for a hobby makes book.
No, but like the whole concept of humans is everybody's supposed to make stuff better. We're supposed to progress everything.
Nah.
So,
yeah, but what about historians?
Like
then what's the point of historians? Of having historians?
No,
they
would
be
the
irrelevant.
same thing now. You learn from your past. We make ourselves better now by learning and studying the past. It's the exact concept of the Federation.
Yeah, but I think some academic asshole would be that way. Where they're like, okay, well...
Then... Okay, the people we don't...
So we don't forget how to make paper.
I buy that. Because I don't believe that there would be a whole society of people that are all good. There would be the lower people that are just like, fuck it, no, I just want to play on the holodeck and watch shit and media whores.
Well, most people, yeah.
Yeah, me. There would be a version of me in the fucking future. A guy who just wants to fucking wash the fucking floors and fucking go home and fucking enjoy his fucking couch. That's never going to be disappeared. And I buy that somebody in that situation would be like, yeah, fucking, I like books. I'll replicate fake old books with the new technology. Da-da-da. Up to a point. 400 years from now, no, I don't buy it. Those people aren't going to exist anymore. They're going to be going, oh, I designed this 2018 tablet, and I'm going to use this to read my book. So it's so cool. It's always going to jump up a little bit.
I made this thing called an iPad. I found in the fucking library.
I made it with my bare hands, like the Chinese kids in 2016. Like, that's what it's going to be. It's not going to be somebody replicating.
And before that, it was the railroads for them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Ensign Kim.
That's what I buy.
Ensign Kim would be stuck making an iPad so he can read like
if he put down his pad, his Star Trek pad, and pulled out like a Kindle or something, I could actually wrap my head around. Yeah. I could be like, yeah, that makes sense. That Picard would go old timey. People don't still read scrolls. Like they don't make modern books on scrolls and read them. You know
what you're saying. Is the hipsterness of it would also progress at some point.
Yes, it would fade. Books would fade into that scroll category. Is what I would think.
Yeah, like people wear their grandparents' clothes. They don't wear their fucking great.
Yeah, nobody's walking around day to day in a toga. It's only so far it goes back.
Oh, toga hipsters! Where the fuck are you guys?
So, what I'm saying is, I buy more that is an original copy. He's such a historical buff that he keeps original shit, like the Carla Nesker.
Yeah,
he keeps that kind of shit.
But then I see your point where why would you bring it on a god-awful shuttlecraft?
Exactly! It's so irresponsible. It's an original copy, 300-year-old book. Even the Carla Nesker. Him keeping that on the Enterprise is the most irresponsible thing in the world. It should be in a museum.
Wesley knocks Picard's tea over to this fucking fucking book, and Picard just shuts it and shakes his head.
Exactly.
And just starts trembling with the book in his hands.
Shaking uncontrollably. You have no idea how much history.
He just turns to Wesley and he goes, I'm the reason your father's dead. I killed your father.
I knew he was gonna die.
And I fucked your mother. Or
before and after.
Before Oh god. We're horrible people. Oh, back to the interesting story line.
Yeah, see, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on these guys being interesting. This is worse than the...
Compared to the fucking Picard Wesley storyline?
Yeah.
Okay. We've got two lines going on right now. Take your pick.
Oh, yeah. I would definitely rather be with these people than with that shuttlecraft. But I still hate these people.
I already solved this. You would go, whoa. You got that pointed backwards. Turn it around. And then watch him kill himself.
Yeah.
They're fucking imbeciles.
He might have already used that phaser to kill somebody, though. You don't know.
Like, I don't know why Geordi can't just talk his way out of this.
Because
He
Geordi's
should be able to.
fucking idiot.
Yeah, I guess so.
He knows warp drives. That's it.
Yeah, he's not socially apt enough to.
No.
Oh yeah, he's got to make his own fucking girlfriend in the holodeck. I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Fucking a 70-year-old Malcolm McDowell takes him out.
Oh yeah.
I guess that's the movie, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, I'm a Star Trek denier. Basically anything after
That
DS9.
was a cool shot we'll never see again.
Mm-hmm.
God, that you'd have a headache in like 10 minutes. What's that fucking goddamn strobe light going off? Why is it so dark?
Oh, it's a pulsar that they're studying, so it's a star that's flashing outside.
Okay, wait a second. They're cruising along to bring Picard to get heart surgery.
And they're also going to swing by and
he just
scan this fucking
and he doesn't just
pulsar.
he doesn't just mark the coordinates on the map and send it to save it to go check it out at the Enterprise that actually has scanners that can actually detect something. Like the shuttle doesn't have a reflector dish.
What'd you find? There was a pulsar on the way.
Yeah,
What'd you do? I looked at it with my eyes.
for 10 minutes.
And then we left.
Yeah, like, why'd you waste that time? Oh, I don't know. I maybe thought it was cure my heart.
I wasn't paying attention. I was reading this book and the kid was driving. He saw this flashing light and fucking just drove towards it.
What's a book?
Book?
They're just figuring out now that this has all been a setup. Man, you guys are really lost without Picard with you, aren't you?
Because, like, I've seen this before.
Are those TVs or windows?
Looks like giant windows.
Why would you have a window that big?
It's almost like a fucking lens of some sort.
It was like when you see that window that's in the EDS-1 where they see the Enterprise on the outside.
Yeah.
You're like, why would you have a window that big?
Well, I guess though you're not using glass at this point. You're using
but
fucking
still,
transparent, whatever the fuck, transparent aluminum.
Yeah, but I mean, transparent aluminum is tough at all, sure, but it's not tougher than the opaque material they build starships out of.
Yeah,
right?
or else the whole thing would be fucking.
Yeah, like if it.
Or else everybody would be flying around in Wonder Woman's.
Yeah,
jet or
invisible
whatever the fuck.
jet. Yeah. But like, it's if a starship explodes inside EDS-1, that window's going down, and everybody in there is dead. Like,
But they'll have seen it coming.
yes.
So what are you gonna? This is the easiest negotiation too. What are you gonna do? Kill them? We're gonna kill all of you.
Well,
Take your fucking pick.
You know what's another thing is they just knocked him out. So one phaser blast, you think maybe to take the shields out? You think it's gonna take more than one phaser blast at full intensity to take the shields down to 0%,
Like,
and then
you
beam
think-
Geordi over?
You think Riker would be able to like flex his ass cheeks into a certain signal for Worf?
Yeah.
To read from behind? He's like, Worf, just look at my ass.
Yeah.
If I clench my ass, just fucking take him out.
I know you're gonna be looking at my ass regardless.
Left cheekies take out their shields. Right cheekies take out their weapons. Both cheeks together, wipe them out.
Well, it's like that episode where Picard gets kidnapped by the aliens, and then they beam him back to the bridge, and they go with him,
Oh, yeah.
and then through a series of nods and looks,
Yeah.
Picard gets.
I was
them.
able to communicate blah, blah,
Yeah.
with my crew. And
Exactly.
you weren't even...
But Riker can't do that.
Yeah.
It's just Picard's just the one. That's why he's the captain.
Yeah, I guess it's... maybe not. Like, maybe that's just the captain thing. Because, like, I could see because Riker's not in charge all the time. But he's in charge, like, fucking at least half the goddamn time!
What I'm saying is Riker should have that ability.
Yeah.
But apparently he doesn't. If this show was made nowadays, I'm thinking halfway through this, Picard would have been killed. And Riker would have taken over. That would have been the last season. That would have been their jump the shark moment.
Oh, yeah.
They would've-
New TV would have wrecked this fucking already.
if this would have been made in 2017 instead of 1987.
Yeah. Well, I guess in this day they were still writing in hopes of like keeping their jobs for as long as humanly fucking possible.
Well, it was.
So you just keep on writing, open-ended, open-ended, open-ended.
I can't remember.
These days it's like, fuck it, no, write the storyline out. Fuck it, we'll do this now.
Yeah, I can't remember what show did that for the first time for hour-longs. That, like, because Buffy, maybe? Buffy was probably the first one that stopped doing start at point A, end at point A. But 3 or 4 seasons in, they started doing, okay, the whole season's a story. And there might have been another show that did it before them, and they just adapted. But it was right around that era, the early 2000s, that shows started doing that. And in 87, you would have been laughed at. You wouldn't even have brought it up.
Yeah.
Trying to do like a continuing story over a season arc. People would have been like, what, are you fucking crazy? Like, no one's gonna... You'd have to watch every episode to make sense of it. And they'd go, yeah? You'd be like, yeah, no. But, again, they're right, though. It's the whole reason I don't watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Because I can't just jump into it.
Yeah.
Like, I have to go back and watch every stupid goddamn episode and every second.
Well, that's also the cliffhanger fucking addiction that started with Battlestar.
No, again, it's before that. There was something before Battlestar and Buffy and all that started doing it that kicked it all into form, and I can't remember what it was.
Maybe Rome?
Ah, that wasn't.
It wasn't Deadwood, because Deadwood didn't end on fuck cliffhangers. And that was 2004.
It didn't end on cliffhangers. It was just a continuing story.
Yeah. Because Battlestar was like fucking cliffhanger. Yeah. Every single episode was a fucking, holy fuck, I'm addicted like crack cocaine to the next episode.
But there had to have been some. Lost.
Oh, maybe.
I think Lost was the first one. I didn't watch it. I watched the first season and I immediately went, they're all dead.
Yeah.
Like,
well, no, see,
spoilers for Lost.
I haven't even seen enough of, like, I haven't even seen an episode of Lost, so I don't know the format at all.
You would watch the first 3 episodes and you'd, because of the amount of media you've shoved in your brain, you'd immediately go, the only way they can make any sense of any of this is if they're all dead and this is a Jacob's Ladder situation.
Okay, yeah.
And they're all in a coma dream, and they all did die in the plane crash, and this is just their coma dream. And 7 fucking seasons later, fucking after all this crazy shit that they introduce and they can't explain because it's so over the top, they just go, yeah, they were all dead. None of them made it to the island. They all fucking, the plane crashed, and everybody went, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? And I called it fucking first season. I stopped watching it because I knew it was just the way they developed the show.
Fucking normal TV.
Well, they'd introduce so much crazy magic and like what's going on.
It's like pseudo intensity. You know
what
I mean?
Like they'd have like flashbacks and like mirror and like there was so much crazy shit going on. I was like, the only way they're going to be able to explain this, unless they go magic, is that they're all dead in a coma dream. And I can't understand why people didn't see it coming. Like,
now, if you'll pay attention to my winking eye, we're going to begin a ruse.
It's pathetic. Again, we've already said Jordan's a fucking
I wouldn't want to ruse any fucking suspicion.
We've already said Jordy's an idiot, but it takes him way too long to figure this out. And again,
they all play poker together.
Yeah, and again, this should have been.
Maybe they don't play poker together yet.
No, we've already seen them start to play poker.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Yeah, because remember I said I can't believe that they introduced the first fucking poker game with that stupid bitch fucking Pulaski.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she sullies the poker game by being one of the original members. And what I meant was, they should have never had that meeting in the conference room. This should have been the first. As soon as they found out that Geordi was taken prisoner, he should have been able to do this all on the fly.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have had to plan this out. They should have been able to do like
how is this...
what we said about Picard doing it all.
Yeah.
Without having to talk, he should have been able to just I'm just going to do this, and everybody in the bridge should have been like, oh, he's doing one of these, and Geordi should have immediately went, oh, okay.
Like, and you'd think they would have practiced this, like situations under duress. Like,
this wouldn't even be practice.
Like under duress training?
This would be protocol.
Yeah,
this would be protocol 6421, and they'd be required to read that protocol and be aware of it. They might have drills, but I doubt they'd have a drill for a obscure protocol like that. It would just be like, yeah, everyone's aware of this. He might have to look on his little comm badge and look up the protocol, or on his little chair computer.
Man, that'd be cool if they did give ensigns like old starships and shit, and they all fucked around with this shit. Or not ensigns, cadets.
You think a fucking captain is captaining the Reliant? No fucking way. Reliant a fucking 100-year-old ship.
That's what I mean. Like you give
Even
you give it to the cadets, and they
Yeah.
fucking do simulations and drills and shit. And
I could understand like if you retrofitted a Reliant to be like completely 100% up to date. Maybe giving a captain that ship. I was actually looking at a breakdown of Cisco's battle to retake DS9.
yeah,
And they even mentioned an episode which I missed, but they talk about Galaxy Wings. They set up the fleet into Galaxy Wings.
Holy shit.
Each wing centered around a Galaxy class starship, and they're all modern, mostly modern. But they also had, of course, Excalibur classes. Excelsior, retrofitted. But they also had Miranda.
Old.
They had Miranda retrofitted Miranda classes that were flanking the Defiant.
Yeah.
There's two ones that get completely blown up and immediately destroyed. But those, I'm assuming, are retrofitted and captained by captains.
Exactly. With like shields that could hold up.
The one doing the milk run from fucking Pluto to fucking Earth.
Yeah, it's still got 100-year-old
shields. 80-year-old thing. And a lieutenant's captaining that, and they're doing test runs and drills, and it's probably cadets on the ship and shit. But
we could hold up against an Excelsior for like 40 minutes.
The thing they mentioned that made me think about it was the Galaxy Wings, which is a fucking awesome concept. I want to know the breakdown of what a Galaxy Wing is. But every single Galaxy class starship that made the center of a Galaxy Wing was not a Galaxy class. It was a retrofitted Galaxy class for war, specifically the Dominion War.
Oh, they ripped like dreadnoughts?
They ripped it. No. The outside looked exactly like the Enterprise, but they ripped out the holodecks. They ripped out the science shit. They probably took out the deflector dish, and they just loaded it up with fucking shield generators, phasers, and fucking
So how many photon torpedoes can we carry?
Exactly. Now? Yeah. Like how could you? It was probably maybe 300 crew. Like, you don't need all those scientists. You don't need a barber.
Yeah.
You don't need the bartenders.
Yeah, exactly. They're not going exploring. They're going to war.
You got 300 people on a goddamn Galaxy class starship, and maybe like some troops.
Yeah.
Like 1,000, probably 1,000 troops, because you don't need.
In case you get boarded, or if you want to do some boarding
for landing or whatever. Yeah. But you have so much room. Like you turn all your damage control teams into Marines.
Yeah.
So they can fix the ship, and then if they get boarded, pull out their phasers and defend it. And you don't need as much room to house soldiers as you do civilians. Civilians need fucking garbage. They need fucking recreational shit.
Things have to be nice and soft.
Yes, exactly. You can just put 1,000 soldiers into barracks.
Yeah,
and
be like sleep on the floor.
Exactly, yeah. So you could probably get more than 1,000 Marines with a crew of 400 maybe. A skeleton crew of 200.
Look at the what's the evacuation numbers on the Galaxy class? It's something ridiculous.
Oh, it's like 10,000 or something like that. Yeah, so you can, if you start cramming people into the hallways and stuff.
And that's probably roughly what you could do with the fucking
yes, I would say you could get close to that 10,000 mark, guaranteed. So I'm like, holy shit! Like, and they had that much trouble with the Dominion. It levels up the danger,
the threat level,
of the Dominion and what that Galaxy class would be capable of. If you think of if the Constitution could turn a planet to glass in an hour, what could a wartime Galaxy class retrofit do? Like, you could, in like minutes, like you'd blink an eye, you'd blink your eye, the planet would be dust. Like.
Well, they do fucking like correct all sorts of shit like inside of planets.
Yeah, like as soon as he said it, my mind just started racing. I was like, what could the power threshold of a retrofitted wartime Galaxy
class be? They're like, we drill through the crust of a planet
in moments. We just fire and there's a hole in the planet that's the size of a dime. Straight down to the fucking core and all the way up to their eye.
That's one of the episodes where they fucking fixed the environment in the fucking planet by drilling through the crust with
like
Galaxy class. But that was like precisely done. That wasn't like looking for destruction.
But a phaser's like top end is basically limited by
how much energy.
That's why by how much energy you can push into it.
That's
why they set her up, because they knew. Yeah, they
were gonna ship Geordi off on a fucking shit story.
They're like, we want Geordi to be what do you call it? Geordi's their Chekhov.
Yeah,
the one guy that can scream and get kidnapped and they have to go save. And they're like, well, if he's gonna be our Chekhov, we need somebody to be in the engineering room.
Yeah, who's gonna be the engineer? Because we sent our chief engineer on a risky away mission.
That'd be great if that's how the episode ended. Was Picard him reporting to Picard?
What?
And yeah, he just goes, "What? You sent him alone?" And then he's just like, "Oh, but I got him back though."
Yeah. Number 1, you will not be in line for a Starship Command in many years. About 6 more.
Yeah.
5 more.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
We're in season 2?
I think.
2.5?
Well, yeah, but how much time happens between the end of the season and Generations, the end of the series and Generations, and then how much time happens between? They want to make us think not much time has passed, but there's decades between. There has to be.
Well, yeah, but those don't exist, so it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, the movies don't.
In my mind, there's still Enterprise D flying around.
That would be a great timeline to fucking view. Oh, fuck. You started off...
They could have destroyed a Galaxy-class starship.
Yeah. You started off with Star Trek Online, 80 years after TNG. You do some fucking weird intro with them, and an ancient fucking Wesley, or I guess it would be the youngest one would be Geordi. Be an ancient Geordi on his deathbed, and Data next to him.
Of course.
And he's the last one to go, and fucking he dies, and Data just gets this stern look on his face because he has the motion chip. He's a human being now. And he just fucking goes on this tirade and replaces himself in Generations. In a particular moment, he just replaces the Ponatronic Met with the Data that has all the knowledge, 80 years of knowledge.
Whoa! How is she here when she was just on the fucking bridge?
There was a time jump. Remember, they have a problem with the surgery, and then they have to call the Enterprise and say your captain's gonna die, and then it's already happened.
We're good.
When they were before they got Geordi back.
We were busy yelling at each other. Okay, good. Continue on.
I can't remember what I was saying.
Sorry to interrupted you there.
No. Oh fuck, it's gone.
Doesn't really matter. We're at credits anyway.
Yeah, because he didn't want them knowing that he had heart surgery. That's why he took the whole shuttle. Oh, so Picard, Data witnesses the last TNG guy die. Decides that everything fucking went bad after the Galaxy class destroyed. Everything went bad because after the movie started, and he says, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go back in time," and he replaces himself with Data. He takes Data's spot. It has all the knowledge and saves the Galaxy class. He gets the ship out of there before he changes the shield frequency or whatever.
You mean he pushes Deanna Troi
out of the way, he takes the helm seat, and he just goes off. Even if it's just the saucer section. They just save the saucer section, and they get a retrofitted...
he breaks all of Troy's fingers.
Yeah. Just grabs it. As soon as she sits down, he grabs her hand and crushes it. Yeah. And then takes over. Flies the saucer section so it doesn't crash land on that planet. And then they get a new secondary hull. But that's retrofitted and awesome. And
speaking of sticking the Irish and
another bad episode. Ooh.
I like that episode. It's hokey.
Oh yeah, but it's so hokey.
Oh, it is bad.
Yeah, it's just
by all terms of definition. Bad.
There's a music sting in it that you could literally replace with the whistle music from TOS. That da 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 when silly shit's going on.
Oh, yeah.
You could replace that music in some of the parts. When Riker rolls his eye with all the Irish in the cargo bay, just put that.
You know what? Those episodes are probably the ones who were made to be TOS episodes.
Yes, they were we need
TOS episodes.
We need a silly one.
Into fucking TNG ones.
When I'm trying to do during the Tribble episode, when he gets that. The tribbles all fall in his head.
Yeah.
It's that silly, stupid music. Fucking, You could literally put that into this episode in several spots, and you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. But yeah, I'm gonna write that book. Time traveling Data.
That's
it
sick.
Saves the Galaxy class. That's fucking great
Yeah,
idea.
and then
I'm
you
doing
just
that.
retcon all the fucking shit after DS9 out.
And you could do like a. You do like a floating. You know how like at some of the beginning of a chapter, people have like journal excerpts or like a quote from one of the characters that's off screen, not in the book. You don't read him say that, but he was like at a conference and he said a speech or something like that, and they give you like the last little bit of a speech of that character at the beginning of the next chapter. You do that, but it's all Data's journal excerpts from the other timeline. So you see like Data, you see a journal excerpt from Data's alternate timeline where everything went bad and the Galaxy ship class was destroyed, about Riker and Diana got divorced this week or whatever, and then that chapter relates to them not getting divorced and having a stable relationship and fixing all the mistakes from the movie. Like you could just go, like you could just fucking just a prediction every chapter with the Nemesis. I got downloaded into B4 and I just came back and now all this shit happened, and then you explain the Galaxy class shows up.
Dude, you fucking make Data and Barclay fucking link up.
No.
And then be like, we can't physically send things back in time or whatever the fuck.
What I'm saying is each book is one of the movies.
Oh yeah.
And you replace the Sovereign with the Galaxy class. And you tell the story of how Data manipulates the story now with the Galaxy class.
Oh, and makes everything right.
And makes everything better. It helps things go along a little better.
You fix all the fucking problems in Star Trek.
Exactly. Fucking, he doesn't get caught by fucking the Queen.
Yeah.
He doesn't do that whole thing. Doesn't happen. And like you could make that half a book. Like you could condense some of the movies because Data would just fix the problem before it got out of hand because he knows it.
Oh my god, you could just... Oh, dude, Generations isn't bad of an idea. Imagine, like, Data going around and, like, fucking... he finds Bashir, and they talk about, like...
You can mix them all in, yeah.
How to fuck with things to not get caught by the time cops.
Yeah,
and, like, all this shit.
And,
like,
he talks to Cisco to make sure he doesn't turn into Space Jesus.
Yeah.
Like, he can fix all that. Like, he could go back and just be like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking fix all this shit. And the time cops are confused.
Yeah.
Because they can't tell the difference.
That's who Data's actually fucking with, is the time cops.
Yes, because they come and they're like, what's going on? And they see Data there, but they can't tell the difference between the Data through times. Yeah, because you can see a temporal signature on a human being.
Yeah.
Because they're from another time, but Data's Data. He exists
everywhere. But that's
everywhere.
what I was going to say, that's how he brings Barclay, and he's like, I can't go back in time. Like, we can't do a time portal or anything, whatever the fuck. But
because it's Terminator rules, you need to be a living person.
Or something like that, yeah.
So he shoves his brain up his ass or something.
No, well, he's like... But Barclay's like, well, I've been fucking with this thing, like... He's like, I did the long-range Voyager communication shit, but I've been fucking with this thing about temporal communication.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, could I beam myself in a B4's body...
Beam his
software-wise...
software back through his brain.
Time-wise.
In time, yeah. So he just puts a chip into Data's head, and all of a sudden, all his memories travel back in time to the past Data, and he's just sitting there on the bridge, and his head goes, gah, 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 and he reaches over and crushes Diana's hand, and then fucking and takes the Galaxy class away.
Dude, the tie-ins would be sick on that story.
Exactly. Yeah. And then you could probably turn, like, each two movies into one book. You take Generations and First Contact and cram them into one book. You take Insurrection and Nemesis and cram them into one book, and then you just start telling your own story.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just get rid of those the 4 movies in the first 2 books, and then start telling your own Galaxy class story.
It would be cool calling it Revision,
and then
putting a space.
And then after Nemesis, because it's gotten so blatant that he's changing time. Picard, Riker, everyone starts figuring it out. They start going, oh, like, how do you know that, Data? Like, there's too many coincidences piling up here. And then he has to come forward and say, yeah, I am past Data, I'm fucking with the time. And they have to he turns into the bad guy.
Yeah.
They have to, like, we want our old Data back.
The conclusion
we were like, yeah, you send your information. This is unethical. We can't have this information.
So they fix the timeline,
and then
they fucking have to end.
No, they don't fix it. They say because the time cops can't fix it because they can't screw with Data because he is Data. He is
Yeah.
the Data timeline, and he has this information. So they're confused. So Picard and Riker goes, okay, you fixed everything, but we have to stop you now, and we have to reset Data's head, so he doesn't have any future knowledge. So that the Data, the main character we've been following this whole time, learns the lesson and has to sacrifice himself, and then all the Data's back to emotionless. He doesn't have this experience,
Nice.
and then bam,
Very nice.
You start the story. And you can make your original fucking concepts.
Yeah.
The first 2 books, you follow that one Data, the future Data. God damn it!
There you go, everyone.
Yeah, Star Trek Revision. Somebody's gonna find that idea and then fucking steal it from me, and that's good. But thanks, Dave. Thanks, everybody. You guys have a good one. And I don't have the button set up to stop this. There we go. Bye, guys.